let you know about some things that are going on at church during this time. I hope you all are doing well, whether this time has been a time where you have feel a lot busier and things are more hectic for you, or whether things are way slower for you. We hope that you are finding some new rhythms and allowing the good gardener to do the pruning in your life that he wants to do during this time. I wanted to share a couple things that are happening this week. First of all, a bit of sad news. Our sister Jamie Combs, who's been our receptionist for the last couple of years, she's going to step away from that role as our receptionist. She's had a couple opportunities for some other jobs that have come up for her that she feels like are more in line with her gifts and calling, and so we bless her as she leaves that role. Her and Zach are continuing to make Broadway Christian their church home, but she'll be moving away from that role. So first of all, Jamie, thanks for serving us the last couple of years in the way that you have. We love you, and thank you for your service to us. If you or anyone else would be interested in pursuing a 15-hour-a-week role as a receptionist at Broadway, please reach out to me and let me know, and we can give you some details about that. The Pilot's Voice, thank you for your feedback on that. We've had a lot of fun putting those together, so thank you for your thoughts and feedback on that. Just a couple things to let you know. First of all, if you are interested in sharing that with people, please feel free to do that. If you have asked my permission, please feel free to share that if you want to on social media or an email to a friend. But Broadway Christian Church is going to always be the audience for that. And so there may be things that are very specific to our church that may or may not apply outside of what's happening at Broadway. So as we're putting those together, you all are always the audience, but if you want to share that with someone else and you feel like that's something that somebody else would benefit from, please feel free to pass that on. Also, Amanda is working on getting the audio into podcast form, and so sometime in the next week or so, we should be letting you know that you'll be able to get that wherever you get your podcasts, so that you don't have to sit and watch the video, but you can listen to it while you're taking a walk on one of your devices. So the Pilot's Voice is coming via podcast very soon. It's been made known to us that Naomi House, the ministry that works on the Native Reservation, where Sherry and Rick Hemsoth are helping out, they're very much in need of house parents to come and to care for the kids there and to serve as parents there. So if you could be praying about that need at Naomi House, that would be great. Also want to let you know that there are a group of believers throughout our city who are committing to pause at noon every day to pray for our healthcare workers here in our city for the things that they may be facing in the next couple weeks or months. So if that's something that God would call you to do, please commit to doing that. Again, there'll be believers throughout our city who are pausing at noon every week to pray for our healthcare workers. Last thing that I wanted to mention is a couple people have asked about communion on Sunday mornings during this time. I'm going to say a bit more about this on Sunday during our live stream gathering together. But at least for the next couple of weeks, I would like to encourage you to consider this as a time of corporate fasting from our taking of communion. In God's providence, at the beginning of this year, in January, the elders began an intentional study and reflection on communion and the Lord's Supper and what we believe and think about that at Broadway. And so I think that this is a time for us to rest and as elders to be thinking about some of those things so that we can be teaching you better about what communion means and what that is for us as a part of our worship. And I think that one of the things I've been considering as we've been moving to the necessity of live streaming our Sunday morning gatherings is that I wanted to be sure that we don't just transfer everything over and pretend as if everything is the same, even though we're not together. And communion, very clearly in Scripture, is an act of worship that we are called to do together. And it may be that God will call and lead us to do that in a virtual way, where somehow on Sunday morning, myself or one of our elders is leading us in taking communion, and individuals will take it in our homes. But we wanted to give some more thought and reflection on that before just jumping in and transferring exactly what we do on Sunday mornings into our live stream time. For some of you, that may seem strange or seem like kind of maybe a little bit nitpicky, like what would be the harm in doing that? And there probably wouldn't be any harm, but we think that this is an opportunity for us to think more deeply about what the Lord's Supper is all about, and what we believe about the Lord's Supper at Broadway, and then to communicate that to you. So the next few weeks, I don't know how long that will be, but the next few weeks, this is a time for us to fast from the Lord's Supper, and to hopefully in that time grow in us a deeper appreciation for that practice, a deeper longing to participate in it, and as well as we're all experiencing a deeper longing to be together. So that's where we are with that, and we'll continue to give you updates on Sunday mornings or through the pilot's voice or in some way communicating to you about our plans for all of our Sunday morning gatherings, but also in particular about our taking of the Lord's Supper. Hope you're doing well this week. God bless you, and peace to you, my friends.